Chief Minister of the Northern Province, C.V. Vigneshwaran, says that he will not be attending the 25th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council in March. Speaking to the media subsequent to his meeting with the Norwegian ambassador, Vigneshwaran said that Anandi Sashidharan will attend the sessions on behalf of the Northern Provincial Council.
The meeting between the Chief Minister of the Northern Province, C.V. Vigneshwaran, and Norwegian Ambassador to Sri Lanka was held at the Chief Minister's official residence in Jaffna.
Problems in the Northern Province is unique when comparing the problems in the other provinces. There are 49,000 widows in the province following the end of the conflict. We have a challenge ahead of us to restore their lives. The education in the province should be further strengthened. Social issues in the province are on the rise. We have to find solutions to all these problems. We discussed about these issues with the Norwegian ambassador. They are ready to provide us with financial support. However, they are of the opinion that we should join hands with the government and United Nations and find solutions to the problems faced by the people. They inquired as to whether we are in agreement to this proposal. We said we have no objection to it.
The Chief Minister was questioned on his participations at the upcoming UN Human Rights Council sessions in Geneva.
No, I will not be attending. There is no need for me to attend. Attention has been focused on the governance and administration of the Northern Province. The parliamentarians will focus on politics. Anandi Sashidharan will attend this session representing the Northern Province.
Journalists also quizzed the minister on whether an inquiry will be launched into a recent statement made by him.
There is talk regarding an inquiry. You are referring to the recent statement I made. I have the written speech in my possession. Anyone could see whether I spoke against the law. As a practice, I don't make statements without having it written. A word or two may have been missed or added. If I had made a statement in contempt of court, anyone could take legal action against me.
දරුවල් ජීවත් කරන්න ජීවත් වෙන්න ඕන නිසා තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ මේ නීති විරෝධී බෝට්ටු වලින් රට යන්නේ. නීති විරෝධී ලෙස මිනිස්සු රට යන්නේ ජීවත් වෙන්න බැරි නිසා. ඒ අමාරුකම් මිනිසුන්ට සෑහෙන්න තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මිනිස්සු මේ රට යන්නේ බෝට්ටු වලින්. ආගතික ඉතින් පරිමිති ඉතින් අමාරු තත්ත්වයේ නිසා තමයි ඉතින් මේම රට යන්නේ පිටකට යන්නේ ඉතින් ආසාවක නොවේනේ ඉතින්.
Now, what you heard there was some of the views expressed by the general public on the subject of illegal migration.
The most recent incident where people attempted to migrate illegally and were arrested was reported this morning.
A group that was geared up to set off to New Zealand by boat was taken into custody this morning in Perahera. 75 persons were arrested at around 1:30 this morning. Among the arrested persons are 9 women, 3 boys and 3 girls. The police said that the arrested persons are residents of Batiklo and Wala, Chennai. A van and a bus in which they had arrived in was also seized by the police. Over the recent past, a number of incidents of attempted illegal migrations by boat were reported. Most of those who were arrested attempted to reach Australia by boat. Controller General at the Department of Immigration and Immigration Chulananda Perahera said that all other means of travelling abroad other than without a valid visa document, a valid passport or entering a nation via a valid airport or port are considered as illegal. Chulananda Perahera added that foreign nationals who arrive in the country illegally will be repatriated to their respective nations and other nations too follow the same procedure. He added that in some occasions illegal migrants could also face jail time in other countries.
Now in other local news, a media briefing on the introduction of the National Youth Policy was held at the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Skills Development.
The National Youth Policy is due to be unveiled on Friday the 14th. Through this policy, the government hopes to create a common outlook on youth. Therefore, all of us, those who tried before us and we who are trying now, want to create a common structure and outlook, a backdrop and a common stage to assist the youth and the issues they face.
දැක්මක් සකස් කරන්න. පොදු පසුබිමක්, පොදු වේදිකාවක් නිර්මාණය කරගන්න. ජාතික තරුණ ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් මේ රටේ නිර්මාණය කර.
I believe there is no greater service done for the youth in the history of this country than the service rendered by His Excellency the President to create a national youth policy and grant it to the youth in the country. And I don't think such policies existed in this country until now. The national youth policy will be introduced on Valentine's Day and henceforth youth programs will be introduced as a Sri Lanka Youth Initiative.
ජාතික තරුණ ප්‍රතිපත්තිය තිළින්න කෙරෙන්නේ.
'Cause 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 'cause
Preparations are in their final stages for the 35th annual Navam Perahera of the Gangarama temple in Hunupitiya. Newsfirst takes a look.
Gami Panseling Pitavena Perahera Tamai Gami Kamutukama.
The Perahera, which departs from the village temple, depicts the unity in the village. This Perahera is a national Perahera. Therefore, the unity and coexistence between all communities in the country needs to be depicted through this Perahera. Hence, we have introduced dance items performed by children from Muslim and Tamil communities in this Perahera. In addition, the dance troupe that was placed first in a competition held in view of Independence Day has been included this time around in the Perahera along with 9 other dance troupes.
පළවෙනි තැන ගත්ත නැටුම් කණ්ඩායම් කීපයක්ම 9ක් විතර අලුතෙන් එකතු වෙනවා.
The Tamil dance troupe from the Kalmunne Cultural Centre, which added colour to the 2014 Independence Day celebrations, and the Muslim dance troupe from the Akrai Pattua Cultural Centre have been included in the Perahera. Both troupes are expected to perform in the Perahera, and yesterday Newsfirst visited the training area of the Muslim dance troupe from the Akrai Pattua Cultural Centre. We were informed by the Minister of Cultural Affairs to attend the Perahera of the Gangarama temple, so we will be there. We are looking forward to performing the Kolatam dance, a dance performed with use of sticks, in the Perahera of the Gangarama temple. We are thankful to the Cultural Centre for including us in this Perahera.
Well, if you have been watching Primetime News on Newsfirst, you would have noticed that we've been running segments that really give you a different outlook about our surroundings, especially in the commercial capital, Colombo. Over the past week, we have been revealing details of the historical landmarks of our colonial rulers in the city of Colombo as we enter the era of the Dutch rulers on our segment Newsfirst Explorers. We take a recap of the remnants of the buildings and constructions of our colonists.
Newsfirst Explorers, discovering Colombo's hidden secrets.
Well, I just bought a ticket to Kompany Vidya. Now in English we call this place as Slave Island, but these two have two different meanings. Tonight on Newsfirst Explorers, this is what we focus on.
Although this was referred to as Aije by the Dutch, which translates to island as recorded in Dutch maps, this was actually a peninsula. It was in 1630 that the Portuguese brought in slaves, mostly Africans, into the country. As the Portuguese referred these slaves as Kaffirs, they were locally known as Capirio. Records suggest that the number of Kaffirs grew drastically in the 18th century. In an uprising, the Kaffirs caused chaos by vandalizing private property. They even murdered Fiscal Officer Barton Weatherstones and his wife in their sleep. The uprising was eventually suppressed and they were put under a tight administrative system. The Kaffirs were then brought to a pier of the Beira Lake, which was then known as Sallyport, were imprisoned during the night and were made to work during the day. As time passed by, this area was named Slave Island. One of the most remarkable remnants of Dutch Colombo is the Dutch Hospital. Historical records suggested that this hospital, which served as an extension of the Dutch East India Company, was believed to have been constructed in 1677 and served as the best hospital at the time. The Dutch Hospital today is a heritage building and a shopping and dining precinct. Tomorrow, Newsfirst Explorers experience what it's like to be behind bars.
If you have details on Colombo that you wish to share with the Newsfirst, you can log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk/explorer.
Welcome back to the news, and if you're just tuning in, you're watching Primetime News from the Newsfirst Centre. Now moving into some local news, former member of the All-Island Youth Front and former UMP Working Committee member D.S. Wimalasena, he says the members of the UMP Leadership Committee who named individuals who lack voter bases to contest for the upcoming polls have no sense of heritage within the party. He points out that the leadership that appointed the nominations board as well as the Leadership Council consists of individuals with depleted voter bases.
අද බලන්න එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ නායකත්ව මණ්ඩලයක් පත් කළා ඒ නායකත්ව මණ්ඩලයෙන්
Look at the situation of the United National Party today. A leadership council was appointed, and they appointed a nominations board to select candidates for the Western and Southern Provincial Council polls. Who have they appointed? Karu Jayasuriya joined the government with 17 members, and he returned alone. Mangal Samarveera is someone who always worked against the UNP. I wonder if Ranil Wickremesinghe has any sense of shame in including such individuals in this board and driving this party towards a complete disaster. Next is... He is also someone who came from the other side. Lakshman Kiriyalla held a number of ministerial portfolios under the SLFP. Does the leadership council have any power? What can it do? Everything has to be referred to Ranil Wickremesinghe. If he is against something, then nothing happens. Look at what happened to individuals such as Shiral Laktilaka and Maitri Gunaratna. Who have they included in their list? Individuals who cannot poll even 200 votes at urban council level. If you consider the Kaltara district nomination list, we are saddened by it. Except for one individual, everyone else worked against the party. They have no voter base. Can you even think of achieving victory with tactics such as this? Individuals who wielded cinnamon sticks are contesting from Kaltara. Individuals such as Kitsiri Kahatapitiya and certain individuals in Agalavatta. These are the same people who assaulted UNPers in Mathura. Even they have been given the opportunity to contest. Look at what a shameless act it is.
Intertech, a leading provider of quality and safety solutions serving a wide range of industries around the world, inaugurated its new testing laboratory in Battaramulla recently. The opening of the laboratory was attended by Deputy Minister of Investment Promotion Faisal Mustafa and the founder of the MMBL Pathfinder Group of Companies, Melinda Morogoda. Intertech is a joint venture between Intertech Overseas Holdings Limited of UK and the MMBL Pathfinder Group of Companies in Sri Lanka. An accident took place this afternoon on the Ambalantota Hungama road. The accident was a result of a collision between a tipper truck and a three-wheeler. A student who was in the three-wheeler sustained injuries in the accident and was admitted to the Tangol hospital.
Newsfirst U reporter Juan Mohammed Razak, Ambalantota City.
In sports news, we have some good news for Sri Lankan cricket fans. Sri Lanka defeated Bangladesh by 2 runs in a nail-biting 2020 encounter played today in Chittagong. Batting first, Sri Lanka posted 168 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in their allotted 20 overs, with opener Kusal Perahera top scoring with 68 runs.
Oh, what a good catch! Straight past the bowler, and the single gets very well played there, and he down the wicket. There he goes as I speak, and that might just be caught. It has been caught. Oh my goodness, enough.
Mashraf Mortaza, Shakib Al Hassan and Arfat Sani bagged 2 wickets each for Bangladesh.
Full in length.
Chasing a target of 169 runs, Bangladesh could only post 166 runs in their allotted 20 overs, giving Sri Lanka a 2-run win. Obviously, Sri Lankan batsman Kusal Perahera was adjudged man of the match.
Well, he's trying to hit that one. Someone is getting underneath it. Yes, takes it.